out today. We have absolutely beautiful weather. This is the first year that we've done this. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Sheena Stryker. I'm the director of the museum. And this ceremony really started with an idea from Jimmy Leitner. He contacted me and said, you know, we really need to do something out here at the Fort McArthur Cemetery. We have 16 men whose names have been lost to history, and we really need to honor them. So that's why we're here today. I want to thank you all for coming. This is an amazing turnout. I would like to thank our sponsor, Quest Federal Credit Union. Thank you, State Representative John Cross, for being here. The JRSCC, the Kentucky Militia, and Noah Ketchum for being here to play taps for us. So I'm going to turn it over to John Cross, who has a few words to say, and then we'll start the ceremony. So take it away, Mr. Cross.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Stryker. Mr. Leitner, thanks for doing this. Some great history here. I'd like to read a little bit of that history. Thank you again for joining us here today at Fort McArthur Cemetery as we pay tribute to the War of 1812 soldiers buried here, far from their homes, and whose names are lost in history. Our wish is to honor all who fought on either side during this forgotten war, all of whom were trying to preserve their homes, families, and way of life. The War of 1812 serves as an important historical turning point in the history of the United States, one which elevated the youthful nation back into global conflict. Leading up to the conflict, allegations were both on the rise, both domestically and abroad. Abroad, Britain continued to be locked into a bloody conflict with Napoleon's French forces. As Britain and France vied for trade with the United States, congressional debates raged on. And by the winter of 1810, President Madison had halted all trade with the British. Domestically, new congressional members began agitating war, citing British encouragement of Native American pushback to the Americans' expansion efforts. By 1811, William Henry Harrison led American troops to the victory at the Battle of Tippecanoe, rising tensions for American expansionists and Native Americans. The battle would lead to Shawnee leader Tecumseh to seek British support to stop American encroachment on native lands. With pressure from congressional war hawks, Madison would declare war on Britain on June 18, 1812. With his signature, Madison would become the first United States president to ask Congress to declare war, which was granted. The war would last 3 years and include many signature events like the Battle of Lake Erie, the burning of the U.S. Capitol and our White House, and the writing of the Star-Spangled Banner by Francis Scott Key. Finally, Andrew Jackson would lead American troops to victory at the Battle of New Orleans, bringing an end to the conflict. The War of 1812 had ambiguous gains for either side. However, victory boosted national confidence and patriotism in the United States. Locally, construction and the use of Hall's Trail led to the development and building of Fort McArthur in Hardin County. General William Hall, who was marching to invade Canada in the spring of 1812, developed Hall's Trail, which ran throughout Ohio. Located on that trail was Fort McArthur, built to protect the Saddle River in the summer of 1812. Just outside Kenton, the fort laid to rest 16 American soldiers in this cemetery and was commanded by the future Ohio Governor, Colonel Duncan MacArthur. Both Hall's Trail and Fort McArthur stood as a foundational development in what would become the city of Kenton in the Hardin County area. As we stand here today, we keep in mind the ultimate sacrifice made by the men interred here. While their names may have been lost to history, we continue to honor their sacrifice and the sacrifices of soldiers in years to come. Without their willingness to lay down their lives for their country, we would not be able to enjoy the freedoms we enjoy today. So on this Memorial Day and every day, may our nation always be grateful for the brave military men and women who continue to defend our liberty and way of living as a very profound price. Over 1 million military members have died on the front lines throughout the history of the United States. This figure may be hard to comprehend, but it isn't just a statistic. It represents individuals who were brothers, sisters, sons, daughters, mothers, fathers, husbands, and wives. Each life is lost, is mourned, and it's important we recognize their legacies. If you all would please join me in a moment of silence as we remember our fallen heroes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Forward! March! Right wheel! March!
Half step. Forward. Right wheel. March.
Go gun! Halt! Present!
Present.
On!
Arm.
Okay, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order! On!
Arm.
Right wheel! March!
Right wheel.
Forward! March! Go gun! Halt! Order! Run!
Okay, now we will have the laying of the wreaths. So those individuals that I've asked to help with that, could you please come forward?
Attention. Company, right reverse wheel. March. Halt. Company, make ready. Take aim. Fire. Shoulder. Arm. Forward. Right wheel. March. Forward. March. Halt.
much for coming.